in the top left playing Greenfinger, and we're seeing another Greenfinger actually. We saw it one previous to this game, but this time Sempu is playing Wulfar. And looking pretty swanky with these lovely new swordsman units that we have on display here. So, yeah, we're just going to take a quick look at this. Standard capture phase, both commanders just going towards the sides. Swords going forwards, grabbing villages. Nothing out of the ordinary. Mage gets bought. That's going to go support the commander. And this is kind of like the first real choice people have to make is how do they deal with this village? Do they go for the decap? Do they capture this village down here instead? SadEffects is actually going to challenge the sword. Actually going to try and fight that. And because of the tile that it was captured on, so Sempu doesn't have that option. And in this case, wow, Sempu's going to be very aggressive. Goes behind. Which means Greenfinger can't really go for any kind of escape there. This sword here will always be able to challenge. And yeah, on the Sempu side in the north, they just recaptured the village. Okay, Greenfinger heals up. Looking really healthy now. And Sempu just gonna keep pressing forwards. They also have the mage on the flagstone, so no crit, but it is actually going to be able to, you know, duke it out with the sword pretty well. Should a sword go and challenge it? Greenfinger, wow, has a lot of groove. Potentially going to see groove. Like after one more turn, they're probably going to get another fight in. But we will see how that's going to play out. And is Sempu just going to go for the capture? Or are they just going to feed more groove? Picks off that sword, recaptures that village. Oh no, there wasn't a sword, sorry. They just knocked down the village, sorry. Alright, and they're just going to back away from Greenfinger. They don't want to give Greenfinger, like, more free groove. Ooh, moving that sword into the range of the dog, though, is not ideal because, you know, the spears are going to back this up. So, anything that tries to kill this dog is going to go down. Alright, and wow, Wulfar's just going to walk forwards. Go for a big hit there. And actually, body blocks to keep the mage safe. And yes, Emperor's just like, yep, I'm just going to pull back on the south. I'm not winning that front anytime soon. And that's what they do. Alright, SadEffects is just like, well, I'm going to build a dragon and skip 2 barracks builds. Makes sense. Starting to keep Wulfar back. I'm just going to throw everything into Wulfar. Really doesn't want to see Wulfar Groove get used, actually. And yeah, Sempu is actually forced to go back and heal. Yeah, there's no way you can stand and fight in that situation. Is, however, going to get some nice unit trade action. So one of those swords goes down. Going to sacrifice their own sword to do that, but also going to reposition their whole army to get the punish here. Okay. What can SadEffects do? Ooh, there is a mage crit on that sword. I wonder if that's going to come into play. Yep. Does a lot of damage. And, oh, I don't know about sacking. I think that was a weak sword to just do a bit more damage to this dog. Doesn't really give you that big of a trade. And yeah, dog crit in return is always going to kill in that circumstance. Oh, and I didn't even notice there was a thief built. Oh, nicely done. Uses the dog crit. And sets up night crits as well, so Sempu just doing a really good job on this northern front. Has to be careful not to let their stronghold die. Greenfinger could just walk up, drop vines, and you know, try and barrel through. I don't know if that'll be the case. Ooh, good pick off there with that dog. Knight comes in, gets the kill on the mage. The second mage is still a threat to the dragon, so we're probably going to have to see something stand in front there. Oh, well, you know, vines will do the trick. Oh! No, wait, yeah, that's fine, because, yeah, you're not going to kill that dog in one hit. Alright, and then we're just going to see Sempu kind of pull back. Recognizing, hey, the stronghold's under a lot of pressure. I should probably do something about this. And, oh, actually almost kills that vine. That's going to go down next turn, I think. And Sempu doing the really smart thing, and a lot of people kind of forget to do this, is you have to keep caring about economy. You have to keep putting pressure on somewhere, on one front or another. And we see that with that knight in the south, just like constantly putting pressure on. And Wulfar, SadEffects is doing a good job of forcing Wulfar to not be able to use Groove. Like if Wulfar wants to Groove here, they have to put themselves into like potential lethal. Oh, but actually, I think they can safely pick that dragon off. There's enough other units nearby that that should be okay. And yeah, dragon's probably going to go down here. Oh, actually just going to go for the damage. Interesting. Alright, dog gets that kill. And yeah, Sempu's actually just going to keep holding onto that groove. I guess they do a lot of damage to the dragon with the mage, so they don't really care too much. Interesting though. I guess the holding of the groove is always like a really big threat, so. Oh, and is SadEffects just gonna try and go for a lethal here? Sacrifices the knight? Oh, but I think actually, yeah, double knight here will do the trick. And oh no! Just a slight overextension. And yeah, there just wasn't quite enough protection there. Being able to sacrifice a dragon onto a mage, it's not something you see every day, but yeah, that was really well done there by SadEffects. So, just very impressive overall. And yeah, good game. SadEffects take it over Sempu. And Sempu, I mean, they were still looking very good in that game, I will say. I think, you know, if they managed to hold on a bit longer, I think they could have just used Groove that turn. And that would have been a much better choice. Would have absolutely melted a dragon and then had a mage to potentially do some damage elsewhere. Possibly just use them as a body blocker. But yeah, very well played there by SadEffects at the end, getting that lethal. And honestly, they put a lot of pressure on the north. To the point where Sempu had to respond, and they were putting a lot of pressure on the stronghold too. So, yeah, just good games there. Yeah, we'll just take a quick look at the stats from that game. I'll just double check to make sure that these are the end game stats. They are, so. Very even on army value. Wow, that's like almost identical the whole way. Slight lead there for Sempu at the beginning, and then like a slight lead at the end for Sempu. So Sempu, yeah, had a little bit of a lead in 2 points. Combat unit. Finally, this is where it changes a lot. I mean, this is, you know, Greenfinger vines coming into play here. So, interestingly, Sempu had a big lead on unit count until vines came out. So, huh, interesting. And then, yeah, they just had like a really good fight, I think, on that turn, on those 2 turns. Income, a bit more all over the place, but I think you kind of average it out to about even. You can see where SadEffects was able to pull ahead, and that one knight from Sempu going down to the south, like, kind of evened it out. And yeah, Groove use. Wulfar had Groove, and then didn't use it. They got it on turn 6, and then by the time it came down to like turn 12, I think it was in the end. They just like didn't have it anymore. They got killed. So holding Groove for like 5 turns, rather unfortunate. So yeah, just very nicely played there by SadEffects.